It's always been a challenge for builders to add value to an instrument. They could do it one of many ways. One is to use premium wood like Brazilian rosewood, or they could use pearl inlay, or in National's case, they could use engraving. And they also had different levels of decoration. You had a Style 1, which was basically the plain, gorgeous deco design that they're most famous for. Style 2, which we have here, is called the Wild Rose pattern. And it's very simple. It's one of my favorite patterns because it doesn't take over the instrument. It's just little adornments to it. And then the next was the Style 3, which is the only engraving style that was attributed to anyone. And that would be John and his wife Elizabeth. Then there's the Style 4, which we'll be talking about today. Now, keeping in mind that the serial numbers start at 100 for Nationals, or actually 101. The earliest known Style 4 came in at serial number 260. This is number 146. Definitely makes it the earliest known National Style 4. It came at the end of a run of Style 2s, which was their great experiment. They commissioned 15 or so Style 2s to be made. At the end of that run, they made this special guitar. It had bronzed grills. It had screws that they made look like gold by taking the nickel plating off. Genius. It was one of the Toper's favorite tricks, is to strip plating off, make it look like gold. This instrument has a wooden pan, and on the bottom of the wooden pan it says Deluxe. So we know that this was a special instrument. The first Style 4 that we see before this one, and this one just showed up recently, about a month ago, and we just finished Halloween 2017. But previously, the earliest number was 260. And it was sort of like a virgin birth. All of a sudden there was this Style 4 in all of its magnificence. And it's always been a quandary as to where did that come from? What is the genesis of this model? And this is the genesis of this model. It's just spectacular. This is actually one of my favorite Nationals of all time. This is the only one that has actual flowers on it. These would be later made into more abstract flowers. And you can see this. You can see the pencil drawing on this. You can see how he really worked this design. It's almost as if he did it from, laying leaves and flowers on the back of an instrument. Just absolutely fabulous. Now let's talk about the style here. This is done in a naturalism style, which is basically a rejection of the Victorian era of fake perfectness, and which is its basis of all art, is rejection of something that came before. And this would have been a prime time for engraving, for this art movement to be represented here. This was 1927, and to get a full-on professional engraver would have cost them more money than they were willing to invest. My guess is that they went to a college, got a student who was into all the arts, good artist first, engraver second. I think that's what you're looking at here. And that means that this unknown young engraver was responsible for the Style 2 and the Style 4. And we know that John and his wife were responsible for Style 3. But up until then, we had no idea where these things came from. And that's the story of the very first Style 4. I'm Marc Schoenberger for National Guitar Repair. We'll see you again.